Good morning guys, welcome to day 4 as we ride to Kanniyakumari. We also changed bikes. I'm getting to ride the KTM 390 Adventure. This is the SW, the rally version. We've got the spoke wheels, we've got things like the quick shifter. So we're going to be riding approximately 330 clicks today. Although saying that, he said that yesterday and the day before, and we ended up doing a lot more. So let's get kitted up, let's jump on this bike and let's go for this ride. Yeah, this Scrambler does sound nice with them twin pipes. Just looking at the chains on the bike, they're definitely going to need a bit of maintenance later on. Right, let's fire this bike up. Yeah, this is actually a bike I've really been interested in riding and just never got the opportunity. So today is the day, or the next 3 days will be the days. And then I'll jump on the Scrambler. When you get on this bike, it feels, this seat is hard compared to the Himalayan. It's not until you jump on another one you kind of realise the difference. And it's also taller, you know, I'm kind of definitely on my tiptoes here. Just have to watch out for that. So yeah, we're just getting checked out the accommodation. I mean, an absolutely beautiful place here. We're kind of at, it was cold last night. We went out and met up with some of Alex's friends that live out here, and it was getting cool. You know, I keep moaning about how hot it's been on the ride, and we're at 7,000 feet. I checked my altitude meter this morning, or last night rather, and 7,000 feet. So yeah, the temperature just dropped. It's literally warmed up now though. It's kind of nice, pleasant to ride in. The views here are absolutely spectacular.
I'll get down about 50 clicks down, and the first place right back Lagundu.
Right. Okay, chup. Yeah, what a beautiful morning. Absolutely superb. So yeah, like I said, seat's hard, riding position feels more sporty. We've got the ABS switched on, I've noticed, on the back brake and the front, which can be changed in the settings. I managed to reset the trip straight away, so the switch gear is laid out nice and simple. I mean, I figured it out on the Himalayan after a couple of days, but they got like a little joystick thing, and it did take a little bit of navigating around the screen. Oh, that sun's so bright. Whoa, I was just like completely blind then. Yeah, I actually put 2 t-shirts under my air jacket this morning. The breeze as you're riding in will be a little bit cooler. So don't forget, the Himalayan's got the 21-inch front wheel, and this one's got the 19. I like the fact this one's got the shifter on it, and it seems to be working all right up to now. Yeah, the steering definitely feels a little bit sharper. So we're going to do about 50k before we do a little stop. We're going to get the mirror put back on the Scrambler. Remember, it's quite a cool morning. Want to get a bit of heat into the tyres. My face is absolutely freezing. Yeah, I definitely feel I can ride this bike quicker straight away. Again, with the Himalayan, I noticed there's a little bit, not a lot, but just on that first quarter turn before the power engages, and then you get that mid-range power, whereas I find with this one it's straight off the throttle. So for a small engine, it is a proper revvy little bike. The pickup on it is brilliant. It feels really light as well. Of course, this bike's got a WP suspension. The Himalayan that I was riding the last 3 days has got the Showa suspension, and on the front forks it's adjustable. The quick shifter's pretty smooth actually. I didn't think it'd be this good. I mean, check out these roads, they are fantastic. So yeah, we've just stopped at the side of the road, and Jimmy's just noticed the monkey here is just having Jimmy reckons it fancies me. So there's been absolutely monkeys everywhere. Yeah, as you can see, there's loads of them. Brakes don't feel as good as on the Himalayan. I'm sure they are the same calipers. These roads are just fantastic. Well, this is a real quick bike. I mean, it just twists and turns and feels really planted. One thing we've all agreed on is, you know, as much as in the UK we like our big bikes, we like the brake horsepower, we like the big engines, these roads are not designed for that. Whereas these, you got to remember, they're nice and light. So when you've got your panniers on them and you're loaded up and you're parked on a bit of uneven road or on the hill, then you need something that you can manoeuvre around. Like I said, it redlines at 10,000 RPM all the way to 12. Whoa, it absolutely flies. The clutch on the bike again seems nice and light, although you don't need it. I mean, just going up and down the box with a quick shifter, yeah. Whoa, watch out for the cars. It works really well. Oh, I've just seen Alex. He just flies ahead, and he'll be in his elements on that Himalayan, although I think the guys are going to swap over once I fix that mirror. I've noticed on this one the kickstand is more upright. Yeah, have you noticed these two bikes? I mean, the kickstand there has just got a slight bend in it, but the bike's very upright, the same as this. And Jimmy was saying it's a bit of a problem. He's a shorter guy, and trying to get it off the stand is been a nightmare for him, especially when you're on uneven ground. So you can see how that bike stands up nice and straight, and the same with the Scrambler. And then we come over to the Himalayan. So the old one used to stand up, but look at that, look at the angle on that bike. It's quite over. Yeah, so every time we call Alex up, he's already had 4 tries and thinks he's at the MotoGP today.
The motor on that is strong.
Yeah.
I've really noticed the difference. The motor's got, the grunt of that third gear is just beautiful.
I think the brakes are better on this as well, even though, yeah, I mean, that rear disc is bigger. So that back brake on that is fantastic when you're working the two together. Yeah, this Royal Enfield Himalayan, or the Himalayan as they say in India, that's a good bike. Tread patterns on the tyres are very similar. Like I said, both of these bikes have got the 19-inch wheeling. This one's got a 21-inch front. But I think the KTM looks cool. I mean, on looks alone, what would you go for? I don't know, it's a tough one. They all look really nice, but in different ways. Again, this just coming down those mountain roads, wow, this performs really, really well. I feel like I'm on a sports bike. Like Tom Cruise.
Thank you.
The Tom Cruise of chai.
Yeah.
It's amazing when we get to all these little chai stops how different the chai tastes. I don't know if that's because it's early in the morning and it's just waking up the old taste buds, but this is probably the best cup of tea chai that I've had so far. Alright, so yeah, literally just had a 5-minute stop. I don't know what Hoseman ever is doing. I thought he got all this space to go in water and he decides to come and splash it up my boots and up me jeans. I swear he's doing it on purpose. Seat height on this bike, like I say, slightly more. I am flat-footed when I'm sat on the bike. It does feel a little bit wider as well as the new Himalayan is slimmer on the seating. So, but it's a nice riding position when you're on the pegs. But I'm kind of 5'9". I'm sort of sat up on the bike now, and I just feel like the seats wide at the front. If it came in a little bit more, you'd just have a little bit more of getting your legs down. So but yeah, the temperature it's like it's just rose 10 degrees in the last 10 minutes. So the bike, it's harder to get into neutral than the other one. The Himalayan just sort of drops into the neutral nice and easy. That didn't really want to go into it there just then. The mirrors have also got this, they look quite thick mirrors, don't they? Actually, this is a rubber sleeve on the mirrors. They're quite easy to adjust as well. Waiting for Alex to, I don't know what he's doing, changing his earplugs. Let's give him a bit of encouragement. Right, let's go. I mean, again, you do get a little bit of vibration through the pegs when you start getting higher into the revs. That seems to be the case with all small single-cylinder engines, but I wouldn't say it's annoying. Right, we're going to find out what the bike's like for overtaking on the flats in a second. Oh yeah, this KTM is quick. Yeah, what I'm doing is just getting on the brakes a little bit as well, testing them out. And like I say, the brakes do work well. I would just say they're not as good as the Himalayan. It's amazing how you adopt a different riding style depending on the bike you're on. Because it's very similar brake horsepower. This one's a lot more revvy. And I find when you're riding the Himalayan, it encourages you to go up into the gears. Whereas this one, because you've got that initial punch and you've got that quick shifter, you end up wanting to ride it and rev it more. But that's what it is, it's a KTM. Now we're going to be doing the round the city test. It's 8:20 in the morning and this place is getting lively. Like always, there's a bit of everything on the road. I think we've got about 335k to go today, but I think every day we've ended up doing around about the 400 because we've been taking different routes. We'll just give it a bit of a brake test. Yeah, like I say, them brakes work well. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed. I just think jumping off the Himalayan straight onto this, there is a noticeable difference. Got to be a little bit careful. I don't know if you can see on camera, but there's a lot of sand on the road. I've had the back end twitch a couple of times. Oh, smoke. So this is the first time I've had to stand up on the pegs. Only a short bit of sand really. And I just noticed when I stand up on the bike, you do feel like you're really leaning over the front of it. The geometry on the bike feels more like an adventure sports bike rather than a full-on adventure bike. Which quite surprises me with KTM, why they didn't adapt a different format for the bike, like putting a 21-inch front wheel and something that's designed more for the off-road purpose. Whoa, this thing's just rocking all over the place. It must be like harvest time or something. The roads are just full with all these I don't know what it is, whether it's animal feed or, well, you come round the corner and then this is in the middle of the road. I think I better let her go first. Imagine having that on the back of your bike.
That on the road so the trucks drive over it and track it.
Oh, okay.
So they want the trucks and cars to drive over it.
I don't know if you just heard that, but the reason they put all this on the road is so the trucks can drive over it and they get the grain out of it and then they use the brushes to sweep it up. I love driving through these quirky little colourful villages. So as we've just been motoring down the motorway, a warning light's come on the dash, and I'm not sure if that's fuel related. The fuel light has come on, and the KTM is running out of fuel. And again, that's why the Himalayan does so well. It's got the bigger fuel tank, but if I'm running out, he's definitely running out. I reckon his fuel gauge will be reading well below the red. The last thing you want to be doing is breaking down on here. Ah, here we go. Yeah, you must have been on fumes there.
Yeah, I was on the last.
I think.
It's awful to sit at 120, 140 on this. It's fucking no point. Speed limit's at 60, 80. Can you imagine doubling speed limit in England?
Yeah.
And this is more dangerous here. They're going to end up with cameras.
Yeah, Mutio! Done.
Yeah, done.
Card payment, cash.
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 Let me have a look. Finish.
Okay.
Oh,
Paisa, round figure.
This one.
I thought you said you
Two.
didn't speak English.
Continue.
She doesn't speak English, right? But she's put a round figure and she's continuing.
I think you know English very well.
Card, please. I changed my mind.
Right, so we fueled up, we managed to make it. We'll just press on. So this is what's called missing your turning and going down the motorway the wrong way. Alex is actually going down the central reservation. The final stretch of the day as we head back down the motorway, this time the correct way into Kanniyakumari. The first thing I noticed was how many wind turbines they are. It's quite overwhelming when you're riding through and it's fairly distracting. But the city we're heading to is the most southern city in India, also known as Land's End. Right guys, we have literally just finished off that motorway and we are here at the South Indian coast. Oh, it's so hot, I just want to go jump in there.
But that's it. It's as far as you can go.
South.
That's it.
You come right to good. Is this as far as we can go?
There you go.
Right, so off to the hotel. Yes, we do like to be beside the seaside. So yeah, just to summarise on the day, the start of the day, some nice twisty hairpin mountain roads. You saw them, that just goes on forever. Absolutely fantastic. A bit of monkey dodging all the way down. This bike has performed really, really well. I'm quite surprised how different it is to the Himalayan. I know the two different bikes, they both come under the same category, lightweight adventure motorcycles. But this is more like an adventure sports bike. It's basically a 390 Duke with a dress on it. The geometry is a bit wrong for standing up, so I wouldn't recommend doing any off-roading for any long periods of time. I think you'll just get annoyed with the standing position. You're too far forward on it and the seat sticks into your legs. Performance wise, down them mountain roads, oh, this bike is absolutely awesome. It revs out, you don't need any more brake horsepower. You wouldn't be able to use it. The good thing about having 44 brake horsepower such as this, you can get on the throttle, you can pin it, you can open it up, and you can have some fun, especially with the bike being so light. It's even good on fuel as well, so it's going to be pretty cheap to run. But yeah, all in all, I think absolutely brilliant. I've still got another 2 days of riding on that, so anything I can pick out a little bit more, I'll be sure to report it back. And over this duration, I'll give you feedback about the other bikes that I'm going to ride as well, because it's nice to jump on one to the other. You can kind of like sort out in your own sort of words of how you think these bikes perform and how they differ. So the hotel you see directly in front of me. I'm kind of trapped between a tuk-tuk and a taxi, I think now. It's the sea view. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you catch the next episode. We're going to have some more fun and test ride these bikes some more. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Give us a like, and I'll see you in the next one.